Hi, this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff for our two antique booths in the two antique malls that we're in. Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan, which we're at right now, and Maumee Antiques in Maumee, Ohio. And today we're going to take a tour of Plaza Antiques. I haven't done this in a while, and there's lots of new dealers, so come along and see what we got. So here's the hours of Plaza Antiques when you come out here, so you know what the hours are. And we're going to walk on into the store here and see what we got. When you first walk in, there's usually some sort of a holiday or seasonal display in the front. And right now we're in the winter. We're coming off of Christmas, so they have a winter display, which looks very nice. And here's the front desk right in front of the mall. This is where you bring all your purchases up. And if you go straight down that first aisle, that's where you're going to find my booth. So I am about two in from the left side. So the first one is all kinds of advertising and stereo equipment. And then I am the next booth there. So I have been in this mall since it opened, so that's why I got a great location. So here's a bit of my booth. I have lots of jewelry. There's two cases there. I have a rack of earrings and lots of collectibles in the case there, along with the jewelry. And if you look at my booth, you can kind of see that it's color coded. I have a brown area and a purple area and a red area, green, and so on and so forth. So I have lots of variety, and it's all color coded so that it would be helpful for people to decorate their houses with. So we're going to go down this first row here and see what other dealers we have to find. So right across from me is my friend Donna's booth, and she has a double booth, and she has very interesting things. And you never know what she's going to bring in because she gets a huge variety of items. So always good to check out hers too. And then next to me, there's a gentleman that has all kinds of advertising and those types of objects. Very cool. Very neat. There's always lots of people in his booth too. But I'm doing this in the morning, so there wasn't a lot of people here, and it was a real snowy day, so it was a great day to do a tour where you could really see the booths in this mall. Now this mall has 70 dealers, but let me tell you, there's a huge variety of stuff, from glassware to jewelry to collectibles, everything you can possibly imagine, to furniture and all kinds of good things. And right now, when you go down the first row, you can go down to the back room area. You go straight down into it. You can see it there straight before you go into the second row. And here's the back room area. Lots of good dealers back here, so it's always good to check out this area too. There's about 4 major sections of this mall. There's the main section. There are rooms to the north and to the south, and then we also have this room in the back. That's quite good. I always check this area out. They have lots of good jewelry back here, so I like that kind of stuff. But they have lots of other items too. So huge varieties, furniture, and lots of different glassware. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have a big space like this? I would love to have a whole back end like that. So we're heading now to the second row. We've come out of that back room, and we're going down that's row 2, and it starts here with lots of gas and oil collectibles. And a huge variety again. People have their specialties in their booth, but then there's also just a huge variety of things too. So you never know what you're going to find. So you definitely want to come and check this place out. It would probably take you a couple hours to get through it all because there's so many nice things to look at. At least for me, I like to look at everything. Unless you're really fast and you're a quick glancer. And there's lots of Pyrex in this booth. And I featured a lot of these items on my upcoming Pyrex video. Look at all the Pyrex. And they have it all color coded. It's really pretty. I've seen patterns in that booth that I don't think I've ever seen. So that's definitely their specialty. And here's the other side of the Pyrex dealers. And these are dealers that live in my area. I see them all the time out garage selling and flea marketing with me. They got lots of goodies too. So we're coming to the end of row 2. Now in the front of the building, there are lots of showcases and there's lots of furniture. So make sure you check out all those showcases. And this is on the way to the 3rd row. And this is a whole entire room of vintage clothes and jewelry and all kinds of compacts and things of that nature. Neat vintage clothing, though. I know that's really hot right now. So this is row 3. There was an Elvis picture on the wall there. Lots of pictures on the walls. Lots of different clothing, vintage clothing and collectible items. It's a great day to come in the winter. Lots to look at. In Michigan, our garage sales and everything are mainly in the summer, so it's really nice to have places to go in the winter months. I mean, we of course are busy in the summer too, but this is a wonderful place to come when you just need to get your fix again on those antique items. And then we're going to, at the end of that row, here's some of the booths at the end. I tried to show a lot of variety because this mall, like I said, is full of lots of variety. Here's a lot more vintage clothing. Very cool. And some of the booths were so nice that I am featuring them in my Beautiful Booths video that's going to be coming soon. So it looks like here we are in row 4. Lots of mugs. And advertising. Houseware items. Decorative items. And we're coming out of that row. And there's a glimpse of some of the showcases in the front. Like I said, there's a whole big row of showcases in the front along with lots of furniture. If you need furniture, this place is full of furniture. Very nice items for your home. So we're going to head to the south side, and this is a whole separate room of the mall. It started with just the center portion, and as it got bigger and as it got more popular, the south side was added and the north side was added, which is really cool. So it's gotten quite big. So here's one of the first rows down on the south side. And in the middle here is where lots of furniture is. And they have it set up like living rooms and bedrooms and what have you. So there is a lot of cool furniture in here. I keep waiting for 2 matching Lazy Boy chairs. That's what I'm looking for. I got to keep my eye out. And this is the second row on in. On that south side of the building. This booth is beautiful. Look at all the advertising. Wow. I love the old rustic wood behind it all. It just sets it all off. Definitely lots of unique items that you just don't see everywhere. And here's the second portion of that booth with lots more advertising. And we're going to go down this second row, and you can see some of the furniture set up like little rooms. There's a dining room area on the left. And then there's some living room areas. And here's the booths on the right with all the smaller items. So we did a video about Plaza Antiques probably a couple years ago, and we've had so many new dealers and people bringing in new items. I thought it would be worth go ahead and showing you folks what they have to offer, because it is a very nice mall. Things are very clean and lots of unusual collectibles and antique items. And we're down the end of that row. And here's some unusual items in here. Lots of advertising in this mall. Very cool. And there's some glassware and some lamps in that booth, and some more vintage clothing. We're kind of down the first row in the south side. And we have lots of Native American items in that booth. And here's the showcases in the front. I would have loved to show you more details, but this film would probably last probably about 2-3 hours to really see it all. So now we're going into the north side. And there's mainly 3 or 4, I can't remember if there's 3 or 4 dealers in this side. And they have huge booths, which would be a dream for me to have one day. But they have it decorated very nicely. Beautiful. Oh, it's nice when you have so much space. You can set up all kinds of little vignettes all over the place. One day, maybe I'll have that. And this is my friend from the Turn Leg. And we have her information on there. And she deals with a lot of stencils and decoupage items and paint and all those good things. So definitely check out her website, because she has a lot of really good things to offer. And she also has a YouTube channel where she shows you how to use the various objects that she carries. And along with other things, she does tours and tutorials and that kind of thing. So definitely check her YouTube out. It's very cool. She's really helped me a lot with my YouTube, and I really appreciate her. So that's her salvage area there, so people can make projects if they need a different salvage. And she has a huge booth, and here's some of the paints that she carries. And she has little rooms set up within her booth, which is so cool. In fact, I'm going to be featuring her booth a lot on my Beautiful Booths video that's going to be coming soon. And here's some more of the products that she carries. The DIY paints. And her stenciling things. And I actually have bought a few of these things and used them on furniture, and they really turned out nice. And she even has little project kits, which is kind of cool. So you could make a little project. There's a little bit of an overall of her booth to show you how huge it is. She has quite a following and does really well. And then within her booth, she has a small corner that's set up for her mother, who's does painted porcelain and hand-painted objects, and she does a beautiful job. So check that out while you're there, too. So this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and we'll see you soon. Hope to see you at Plaza Antiques. Bye.